So today is November 14, 2025. They finally had their wish, arrested me as I was using the bathroom. They sent the Indian janitor on Chambers Street to menace me again. She said there was a long line. There was no long line. She always menaced me. As I was going to the bathroom, I saw her in the bathroom. I knew she had been waiting for me. I was on the 2 train earlier. And anytime I ride the 2 train, I always stop at the Chambers Street to use the bathroom. So they positioned that Indian woman, and she's been trying to get me arrested by the police, always telling me she's going to get the police to arrest me. And today they had their wish come true as I was entering the bathroom. Today, November 14, 2025, I must have got to the bathroom around 10 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., and that Indian woman was already standing by the bathroom, so they already put a hit on me. The MTA president, the MTA CEO, Janelle Lieber, said they were going to be playing all kinds of tricks to remove homeless. So one of the tricks they're trying to do is to kill me. They noticed my mother's daughters are part of a gang that kill people for money. They killed my mother in 2015. My mother said they were trying to kill her for money, life insurance policy. And even me and my mother was suing the NYPD at that time. So they feel if they killed my mother, they would inherit some of the lawsuit money or even everything, because they thought I won't be able to survive long without my mother. So they finally arrested me today. My mother's daughter's birthday is August 14, 2015. To August 14. They arrested me today, 14. And they've been trying to lure me into fake marriages. A guy, in 2020, there was COVID. They lock up all the bathrooms, and I was trying to use the bathroom in their precinct in the train station on 161 Street, Yankee Stadium station. In the front, they told me, no, you can't use our bathroom in our precinct. 2020. So a guy came around and said, I could come to his house. And when I got to his house, he said he wants to get married right away. I said, no, why would you lure me to come use the bathroom? And now you say you want to get married. I said, I'm not into marriage, and stuff. I said, I'm trying to sue the police and the hospital where they killed my mother. My mother's daughter's friend that's crazy in 2015. And killed her. I said, I'm trying to sue for money, and I don't want to get married, because if you get married, the person can get 50%, even all of your money. And the guy beat me up, raped me, and held me hostage until I was able to get released, after getting beat up for so long. I called the police, and they didn't arrest him, and they threw me out on the street, even though there's a court, Cuomo signed the law then, emergency law, that anywhere you are, it's your home, and they can't remove you. And I was like, they should arrest the guy. They saw the blood on my face where he punched me and stuff. So today, August 4th, so apparently they believe me as a Nigerian, I'm better off dead, and they can marry me and get the money. So they've been trying to, they wouldn't reapprove my food stamp to leave me broke, and they've been having people, suggesting to me that they want to have sex with me and give me $1, just to cheapen my value. And I have somebody go claim, a fake. They said, I guess this is what they feel. If they can just get me to some sexual arrangement, and they can then kill me and lie that I promised to adopt children or promised to be a surrogate, and the person that's into that sexual arrangement with me can just inherit all my property and claim, they said there's something called parentage estoppel under new American law. It's a loophole in the law whereby the court will bend over backward to award, parentage to a non-biological parent if somebody can claim that person was trying to adopt a child, or that person was interested in creating a child. So you don't have to be the biological parent. So they've been trying to rope me in some, fake sexual relationship, and I tell people to stay away from me. I do beg for money on the street. I tell people I'm not looking for any surrogacy. I'm not looking to get married to anyone. So today, November 14, 2025, as I was using the bathroom, they placed at Chambers Street, they placed this Indian woman. She was just stalking. This is the janitor. She was just stalking, waiting by the bathroom door. And I knew, and I started recording. I said, I have a feeling this woman will try to get me arrested by the police again today. As I was using the bathroom, and she came, banging the door. So you got to leave. There's a long line. I said, there's no long line. And I came out of the bathroom, and I saw there's no long line. And I recorded everything. Then the police came in. I said, what is the problem? They won't say nothing, and they were reaching for my phone. They were trying to arrest me in the bathroom. I'm like, what is going on? Can you speak to me? Why are you trying to grab me? Are you trying to rape me or what? Because Abdul, the woman, was raped in the bathroom. I said, you can't just come into the bathroom. So I was even thinking it was that Indian woman that called them, said I'm taking too long in the bathroom. But usually they won't arrest you for taking too long. They would just say to leave. But I was noticing they were trying to touch me, grab my hand. I'm like, this is weird. Normally they would just say, you leave right now. And I was already almost leaving. And I told her, please, no, I'm leaving already. Let me grab my bag. I said, don't grab your bag. And they grabbed my hand. I said, no, I need to grab my bag. I said, no, don't grab your bag. And they grabbed my hand. and they were trying to put me in handcuffs. I'm like, what is going on? Can you explain to me what is going on? They won't say nothing. I said, and they were trying to pull the phone from my hand. And they won't explain nothing to me. I said, God, I said, this phone. And I head onto my phone tight, and I'm trying to upload that video, as they were trying to grab the video is not uploading. I don't know why the YouTube is a 1 hour video of them trying to grab the phone, and they won't say nothing to me. And they were just trying to tell me, I said, what are you doing? Why are you trying to grab the phone from my hand? And they were just trying to grab the phone from my hand, So I guess they didn't want to say nothing, and and the game was to put me in handcuffs and kill me, And they started smarting me. I was wearing a face mask. They smarted me with the face mask. I was wearing a face mask. I was born a male. I'm not a woman, so I wear a face mask because I have facial hair. I don't have time to really shave up my face, and also when I shave, it gives me razor bumps, leaves me bloody. So I have to shave. I have to shave very slowly, so I don't really have time to be shaving. So I wear a mask to cover my facial hair, And they were using the mask to cover my nose. I wear a face mask, so only my eyes shows, And they pulled the mask over my face and were blocking my nose, and they slammed me on the floor and were trying to grab the phone from me, And they tore my clothing as they were slamming me on the floor, And they slammed me on the floor, and this is some of the wound I incurred, And also my shoe is too tight, I used to wear size 13, but that shoe tore into pieces. So now a Spanish guy gave me a size 11. So this size 11, I've been wearing it loose because it doesn't fit. So they were just trying to engage me in a physical confrontation where they can break my leg. And they were kicking me in the leg to try to break my leg, because if your shoe is loose, they wanted to break my leg. And they were smothering me, I couldn't breathe, and they were choking me with the black mask I had on. It's a full face mask. Only my eyes shows in that mask. It covers my hair to my face, and they used to cover my nose totally, to block my eyes, and they were choking me. I couldn't breathe, and they were touching my penis, touching my breasts, and they were just wanting to make sure I don't have any weapon, And they were going to take me to the psych ward. I said, I'm not crazy. I said, you can't do that. I said, we'll call the ambulance to take you to the psych ward. I said, you appear crazy. I said, you slammed me on the floor. You didn't tell me what I did when you were trying to snatch my phone. I said, what did I do? And they had a black American guy running around. They said, he said somebody stole his phone. I said, okay, you can ask me if I was the one that stole his phone and without arresting me, And they said, we're going to take you to psych ward because when we're trying to snatch your hand and the phone from you, you didn't give us the phone. I was like, because you didn't say nothing. You were just trying to snatch my phone. And I have a lot of recordings against the NYPD. They were trying to snatch my phone from my hand. I was like, no, don't snatch my phone. And, and then, and I said they were going to take me to psych ward. I said, no, don't take me to psych ward. I said, you appear crazy, And they took my 2 phones from me. And they saw none of this was it. Instead of apologizing to me, I said, a lot of these black Americans always lie on me. Anytime I use the bathroom, they'll tell me they lost their phone. Even a Spanish woman in 2020, I was using the bathroom on Pier 25, said, she had lost her phone in the bathroom. I called 911, said she was harassing me. And the person when I arrested said, they can't file a report either. Say, they don't make a report for accusations in America. Say it was just an accusation, it's not a big deal. I said, look, these people always harass me in the bathroom, and I think they're just trying to set me up for killing so that my mother's daughters will inherit the money, and they arrested me, and brought me here, and everybody could see my face, my facial hair. Nobody stopped to take my video. I guess I must have looked so ugly to them. I'm a dark-skinned Nigerian, and I kept telling everybody, look, I'm a transsexual, I'm a Nigerian. They're just running away, a black American woman star, and she appeared to want to record me. When I mentioned I was a Nigerian, she ran away also. So, there's a hatred of Nigerians here like crazy. If you're not black American, you don't get nothing. My mother was killed by daughters, and they brought me here, and I thought they were even going to take me psychiatric ward. They said they were going to take me psychiatric ward. I said, no, you can't, you have to, they said they changed the protocol, you can't just, they called the ambulance to take me psychiatric ward, they say, because you appear crazy. I said, yeah, they were trying to snatch my phone from me, and he didn't explain why, you're just trying to provoke me in the bathroom. They're always trying to provoke me in the bathroom, and kill me. So I reminded them the protocol is you have to bring a psychiatric nurse to evaluate me, and the new psychiatric nurse will say, I have a reason to be angry. I'm not just angry. I was using the bathroom, and the Indian janitor in the Chambers Street station, 2 train station, was menacing me, Said, no, there's a long line. There was no long line. I made up a lie, and I recorded, and I posted it to my YouTube immediately. And and then as I caught that Indian janitor on the lie, then the police wanted to kill me because they knew that Indian janitor could be arrested for lying, saying there was a long line. There was no long line. I was just meant to be in the bathroom, and they told them to only clean the bathroom at 12 p.m. I got to the bathroom around 10 a.m. So they only are supposed to clean the bathroom between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. So I guess they were just trying to cover up for that Indian janitor. So they made up something with their Black American gang, saying, and finally they wouldn't tell me why they were arresting me. I said there was a stolen phone. Somebody said they left their phone somewhere on the subway and they think you took it. I'm like, and that's why you arrested me. And it turns out, when you all saw that the phone I had on me wasn't his, so why didn't you let me go? He said, because you were angry, so we had to frame you up on something. So this is their frame of charge. And they didn't even explain it to me. They held me up there for so long, and they told me to stop talking. I said, look, I'm going to continue talking because you guys are holding me up. I need to go to use the bathroom. They won't let me use the bathroom. And you're spelling my name wrong. And they kept me up there from like 10 a.m. to like 3 p.m. So by the time they released me, all the bathrooms will be closed and they damaged my property. All my stuff is damaged and I have to try to fix it. So, they just arrested me. They did this in 2019. Arrested me, stole my green card. And today they said, we can't really release you because you don't have a photo ID. Your food stamp card doesn't have a picture. I said, yeah, when I applied for the food stamp, this card said they shouldn't put picture on the food stamp anymore. And my food stamp has since expired since September, and I applied to renew it. I don't want to renew it. So they don't want me to have any money because that food stamp, I get like $100 every 2 weeks. So I was able to save up to $1,000. So they say, they can't really lure me to fake marriage if I have money in my pocket because they always tell people to try to lower me down with $1 prostitution offer. I said, I'm not even interested in any money for prostitution. They just want to get me into some sexual arrangement and kill me and then claim, that was a prostitute doing it for $1. And I decided to, I think that was a movie like that when a prostitute got involved with a rich client's pretty woman. So I was just a crazy $1 prostitute. But before I got killed, I told the customer that to go adopt a child, for me or whatever, and they feel that's so they just want to deport me because when I was brought here in 2000, the immigration arrested me wrongfully. And my mother had a green card, had a visa, but said my mother's green card didn't allow her to bring me. So and they could have just given me a humanitarian parole, but instead they arrested me and the case lasted 8 years. So I'm trying to sue U.S. immigration for that. And in 2010, the police came and removed my mother from my home wrongfully without a court order. Erigana was helping us to kill Erigana, paid his family $5.9 million. So I'm trying to sue the NYPD for that. The case was ongoing at that time. It's 13 CV 5052. Then in 2015, my mother's daughter were trying to kill her and they locked her up in a mental ward. Bellevue Hospital while she was getting treated for heart disease. I'm trying to sue Bellevue Hospital. So we can't just deport this person because, wherever we deport them to, they could get killed and the people there could then claim, this person has a child now, we're going to America to sue for the child support and sue for the punishment. So they're like, why don't we just kill this person here, claim they were married to an American or whatever they want to use now, they could even use a foreigner. And say, so they inherit the money and will traffic the child. So the U.S. government said child trafficking and to rub it in my face. Their gang attacked me today again on the 14th. I don't know why they're so emboldened. 14 is Valentine's Day. My mother's daughter was born on August 14, 2000. And August 14, 1974. Bolanle. So they must think God sent her to want to be a prostitute. And I see her in this neighborhood also. She was wearing fancy dresses. She always told me she's broke. So I don't know if she's prostituting herself. I don't know. But my mother said she was trying to kill my mother for life insurance policy. The last time I saw her, she rented a hotel next to the Corporation Council. The Corporation Council is on Church Avenue, under Church Street, here in Manhattan there. Outside of here. A few blocks down from here, this is Canal Street, for instance. And she rented a hotel called Four Seasons across the street. Yeah, and it's an expensive hotel. It's like an apartment hotel. And I saw her wearing flashy dress. There was another time I saw her wearing all blue as I was going to the Target store. On Marvin Street, she was coming out of the Target store. Wearing all blue, dressing like a supermodel. Then she was pushing a stroller. I don't know if she has a child now because my mother said she didn't have a child. She was trying to get married. I guess, maybe she killed my mother so that she can find someone to marry if she can get a lot of money. Maybe that would, So even there was a Nigerian Muiz, M-U-I-Z. Him and his black American girlfriend, they were posting Instagram videos, and sometimes it's just like they're mocking my dead mother, because my mother said Adoras Bolanle was trying to poison her with counterfeit poison. So this black American and Nigerian male, they did a skit in which the black American girl gave the Nigerian boy food. So the Nigerian boy sounds like a Nigerian, and the black American girl sounds like a black American, and my mother's daughter probably sounds like a black American also. So the black American girl gave the food to the Nigerian boyfriend, say, eat the food, this is your last meal. So the Nigerian guy said, with his almost like sounded like my mother. So what do you mean my last meal? What do you mean my last meal? Did you poison me? Did you poison me? And my mother was saying that probably gave her food before my mother finally died. I said that food seemed like it was poison. My mother started having heart problems, bloody diarrhea in Pittsburgh, and my mother went and took the Greyhound. So I've been under FBI surveillance since I came in 2000. So anything my mother tells me over the phone, the FBI listens. So I guess the FBI rogue agents are giving my information to the American media, American bloggers, So this I think it's Muiz and Jay, M-U-I-Z, and his girlfriend, the Nigerian guy name is Muiz, and his girlfriend's name is Jake, J-A-E. So and I think I saw that guy around this neighborhood. I saw him on 42nd Street also. But I always beg for money. I didn't give me any money. I'm like, okay, why? Around that time, he said he has moved from Chicago, visiting Brooklyn, and he dressed like my mother's daughter. He said, and he was calling himself a Brooklyn. He says he's representing Brooklyn. He says from Brooklyn, and he was using his Nigerian accent. It was like he was making fun of my mother's daughter because she was born in Brooklyn, but she lives in Pennsylvania. So I guess, she decided to kill my mother so she can have that Brooklyn swag, because I guess to show off to her friends in Pennsylvania that she's better than them. She was born in Brooklyn, they are born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So I guess she wants to be richer than her friends, because that Muiz, was doing a skit saying I'm a Brooklyn. Calling himself a Brooklyn, calling himself he's from Brooklyn. So I'm from Brooklyn, and he's from Nigeria. So I guess it was just making fun of my mother's daughter. But he was using his Nigerian accent to claim he's from Brooklyn. I guess they're just making fun of my mother's daughter, that she's trying to imitate black American culture, but she's doing it the wrong way, killing your mother. So the black Americans don't usually kill their mother for life insurance policy fraud. I guess the black American gangs would rather rob a stranger. They don't really kill their family member. And this guy has been saying, that the subway is not safe. I contacted him also. He issued a cryptic post before I got arrested. Said, nothing in the building is safe. Some days ago, and they finally arrested me today. So I think he knows what is going on. That the MTA is about to arrest me with the police. And I saw him in Brooklyn. Also said I should email him. He gave me his email address, and I've emailed him. He doesn't respond. So I don't know if they want me to marry them first. They just don't want to help me for free. Maybe they think, if they help me, and I'll end up suing immigration, get money from immigration, sue the NYPD, get money from NYPD for taking my home, sue the Bellevue Hospital, and they think that's just too much money, especially since I don't have a child I'm single. Because, and I tell people I don't want anything married. So I don't know why it doesn't help me. But it was insinuating, that there is nothing is safe in the building. The buildings, and it's been saying, some of these kids that are out of control is happening. They may kill a customer soon, and they've been sending kids to attack me on the train. So this is what is going on. So they finally arrested me. Yeah. So this the black American lady and Nigerian. This is the always So he said it was in Brooklyn recently. I think he may have removed the video of him being in Brooklyn. But I saw him in Manhattan. I didn't see him in Brooklyn. I saw him in Manhattan. I don't know if he was making fun of my mother's daughter, who was born in Brooklyn but lives in Pennsylvania. You know, so they have the Nigerian American flag there. Because the movie's foreman is the Nigerian and the guy's girlfriend is just Jane. So I guess he removed the video of him in saying he's in Brooklyn, and he dressed like my mother's daughter. You know, he was wearing all blue jacket, blue pants, and he was saying it's a Brooklyn baby. They removed the video. But I did record the video and posted on my YouTube. I guess it's I can't say no more. It was one of his latest videos. Yeah. So this is what is going on. I almost got killed today. So Jumaane Williams, I noticed you don't help me either. Anytime I post to you on Instagram, you don't help me, and you always do the number 2 sign. I'm not trying to get married to anybody. I post the video after that. Do number 2 sign. I'm not trying to get married to anybody for help. That is a quid pro quo. So they arrested me today. You know, it was a you know, anytime I use the bathroom, I was arrested. In 2019, also I was using the bathroom at the Q train station and Prospect Park, and they brought some of their gang. They set the bathroom on smoke fire. As I was using the bathroom, and I recorded everything July 20, 2019, and I said I was going to post the video online. And before I could do that, a MTA worker came around me on J Street after I went to J Street on the R train, said you're done today. Then I went to Bay Ridge Avenue and 4th Avenue, and they had the police arrest me. As I was begging for money, the police on Bay Ridge Avenue and 4th Avenue, a white guy came and started pulling my hair. I told him, stop doing that, stop touching me, I don't know you. And then the police came and arrested me, said you were fighting with a white guy, and locked me up in the cycle, stole my green card. And today they said they were not going to release me because I don't have a photo ID. I had to go into my, I had to go into my internet, and show them my green card at the store, and show them I had uploaded a photo of the green card at the store to my email before they stole it. So that was, and they're not supposed to, they said they're not going to release me because I don't have a photo ID. And my full stamp card said it's not good enough. Because this Arikadam, before they gave me the full stamp card last year in November, this Arikadam said they should remove pictures from the full stamp card. So, so they allowed me in their prison while they put me in their prison to look through my phone. And my phone won't download. They said, stop playing with it, stop playing. I said, I'm not playing with you, just give me time to upload. So and they were saying, and they wasted my time for longer. So I'm trying to, because this phone told me can't open, so I had to use this one to open the, I had to use this one to open it. So I wish, this one could have opened it, but for some reason this one won't open. I had to use this present phone to open the green card. So I can't open PDF. Oh, I guess I didn't download PDF. That's the problem. I can't open PDF yet. And I was saying, stop playing with us, and they were getting aggressive. I said, no. I said, you're just trying to hold me up. You don't need a photo ID. You already took my picture, took my fingerprint. I gave my full stamp card. I said, let me try my second phone. So I tried the second phone, and apparently this phone has a PDF. So I was able to open, Otherwise, they wouldn't have released me. So that's them. And I was telling them I'm a victim of sex trafficking. They were all laughing, And they're Spanish and Black American, and none of them would help me. I said, I always get harassed in the bathroom. There was a time, any bathroom I used, they always try to arrest me. Any bathroom. I said, this can't continue. So FIFA is not set to bring the World Cup here. So my pants was already half torn. And they make sure they tore it further. They plan to naked me. Yeah, I do have cleaner pants in my bag, but they don't allow me to have enough time in the bathroom. And now a lot of the bathrooms is closed. They released me late, so I won't be able to find the bathroom. And they wrote my name wrong. Babatunde is my first name. They made it the last time. I told them, you wrote my name last, this is okay. And they gave me a fake phone number, gave me a fake address to make it look like I'm just a criminal, They told me to appear in court and gave me the, wrong information. Put my name wrong. Babatunde is my first name. Olapopo is my last name. You know, so to make it look like I'm the one swindling them, so in case I get killed anymore from now, I can just, oh, that person's a swindler, and they can just, they and their gang can just steal any money from my estate. So in case I get killed, only civil rights activists like me should administer my estate and get justice for me and my late mother, and such activists should not have denied me help in the past. And no family member or friend should administer my estate or get any money from my estate or anything from my estate. And only those being civil rights like me, civil rights issues like me should be given charity from my state. After they get administrators of my state get just for me and my late mother, and nobody should make a movie about me. I told the immigration when they arrested me in 2000 that I'm very introverted. I don't really talk about my business like that, because they were trying to deport me in 2000 back to my father, and I told them, that my father was abusive to me. And they said, do I have any witnesses? Did I tell my mother's daughters here in America? I said, no. I told them I'm introvert. I didn't tell them. Details of my life. And my mother's daughters grew up mainly in America. I grew up mainly in Nigeria. So we're never really close. My mother brought them to Nigeria for once. They stayed there for a year in 1988 to 1990. But they were kept in a boarding school and I was kept somewhere else. So we were never close together. Like, so you don't know anything about me really. So and I'm gay. I believe they're straight. I was born in Myanmar. And also, so nobody should make a movie about me. I'm suspecting some of these black American gangs may want to kill me, because my mother used to say when I was a child, look, my Michael Jackson, So I guess they may want to kill me and just lie and said, for it was so crazy when I applied for the full stamp card, they removed the picture from my full stamp card. So I guess to create this, I required to them to remove the picture. I guess they're trying to to not let my face appear on public record. So it would like maybe I really look like Michael Jackson and do a movie about me. So I came to America to become Michael Jackson and I died in the process. So I don't look anything like Michael Jackson, as you can see, And so they can, so they try to dupe people. So please, under the right of sepulchre law in America, you got to respect somebody's wish while they're alive. And it's an abuse of a corpse if you go against their wish when they're dead. It's called an abuse of a corpse. And also, please donate money to my Cash App. My Cash App is NYC Homeless. I'm not looking for marriage with anyone. I'm not looking for surrogacy with anyone. I'm not part of any cult. I'm not into any master-slave relationship. I'm not into any religious cult either. There was a pastor on Instagram that says, if you're Christian, all your money belongs to church. I'm a Christian, I don't believe it. All my money is my money, doesn't belong to no church. So if I'm killed, no church should claim that my money belongs to them. Okay, and so please, I'm looking for non-conditional humanitarian assistance only, financial donations to me, to my Cash App and NYC Homeless. I do beg for money on the street. Sometimes people give me money on the street, but please, I prefer you donate to my Cash App and NYC Homeless. But if you do donate money to me on the street, the same condition apply. Non-conditional humanitarian assistance only, financial assistance only. I'm not looking to be anybody surrogate. I'm not looking to get married anyone, so that I can get off the street, rent a hotel room, So they refuse to approve my food stamp benefit. So I contacted a lot of people yesterday by email. So I guess that's why they want to kill me today. So those people don't have to respond to if I'm already dead already. So the government officials are in cahoots, and it's like they would really love to see me killed and have American gangs inherit the money as opposed to me getting the money. And I guess, I would have a swag, a Nigerian rig, God forbid, I guess this is a xenophobia movement. People like Jumaane Williams wouldn't help me. We would do the peace sign anytime I send him a message like this. And he claims he likes the immigrant. So I'm not looking to bribe anybody to get justice in America. So I'll send this video to Jumaane Williams. This is very serious. They're trying to kill me and make, they said that inheritance crime is so rampant here in New York City. They said there was a black American gang member that went and lured a white guy that was visiting New York City for a job-related event, and lured this guy from a gay club and went home with this guy and killed this guy with fentanyl, and then took this guy's credit card and went and this black American gang member went and bought things in Bloomingdale's and stuff while he left the guy for dead. And they arrested the black American guy and he didn't have any remorse for it. So they said some people who try to lure gays into a relationship and take their money, kill them and take their money. And in my case, they believe they can kill me and have a gang, Black American gangs like my mother's gang, daughter's gang, narcotic gang, claim I had a surrogacy arrangement with them and inherit the money to a fake child. So this is child trafficking. I don't have any surrogacy arrangement with anybody. I'm not looking for anybody to adopt a child for me. So please, this prison is on, I think they call it the second prison. It's on Canal Street. They held me up here since 10 a.m., 3 p.m. They said they weren't going to let me go. Even though I had a full stamp card, they said I don't have a photo ID. I had to look into my email to upload the videos. I can't even walk properly. They knocked my leg on the floor. And they said they were going to take me to psych ward. I said, you can't do that. You have to invite a nurse to interview me first. They said the protocol's changed. I was the one even telling them. And then they drove me in their car and brought me. So they were just looking for any lies to tell, to hold me up. So they, I'm trying to post the video. They, as they were arresting me, knocking me on the ground, came into the bathroom. So I'm trying to post the video to my YouTube right now, and they were all laughing. So they believe this is America versus a Nigerian immigrant. There's no way anybody will support me. All their civil activists don't help me. Jumaane Williams, Al Sharpton, nobody helps me. They believe no way. So they attacked me again on November 14. So this has some sexual connotation. Valentine's Day is the 14th. My mother's daughter was born, Bolani was born on August 14th. Our other daughter, Flora, my mother's older daughter, was born on, I think, June 30th, 1977. Bolani was born on August 14th. So they must think this Bolani was born on August 14th. To be a prostitute or whatever, and if they believe they kill me, I guess they hope she and her other sister Flora would inherit all the money and transfer it to gang members, maybe marry them. So as a form of money laundering, because if they kill me and they give her the money as inheritance and she starts giving these people money, without, people can sue, because people give me money on the streets, so people can sue. And look, we're helping this person and we have a right to sue. We have standing in court, because people help me with money. Some of the money they help me with when they kill me, some of that money will still be in my pocket, so I will automatically go to my mother's daughter, so she'll get everything. Some of them with $5. So if they killed me today, they would have given me $7 to my mother's daughter. So people, if they kill me, please sue. My mother's daughter was born in America. She stole my mother's property, and the money you give me, any day they kill me, any money I have in my pocket, they're gonna give it to her. Because I don't have a will, and they may just say I'm a crazy person, I don't know what I'm saying, and they may try to override it. So please sue people that don't want me to be on the street. This money would have gone to my mother's daughter. So this was some of the money I had left, like $7. So this would have gone to my mother's daughter today. And I guess she would have been so happy. My mother said she's been narcissistic. When my mother took her to Nigeria, she beat my mother up. My mother brought her back to America in 1990. As soon as she got here, she beat up the white family she was staying with, Bob and Carla Anderson, in Kittening, Pennsylvania. My mother said she's so narcissistic type. The time she was just spending her credit card, buying. She likes to dress. And she did file a green card for my mother to come here. And my mother said this daughter wouldn't buy her food when my mother got here in 1998. My mother had to leave me behind because she didn't file paperwork for me, only filed for my mother. So I was 14 or 15 when my mother left me behind in 1998. So she got me into this mess. Because my mother had to leave me behind because she didn't file no paperwork for me. My mother came to bring me like 2 years later, 2000. The immigration arrested me, said the proper paperwork wasn't filed. So under American law, when you file a green card for somebody, you are to take care of that person and the person's minor children. It's called under the affidavit of support. So my mother said, as soon as she arrived with the green card, the daughter father Bolani filed in 1998. Said that daughter wouldn't buy her food. My mother fled Pennsylvania where that daughter was living. Came to New York. She went to a shelter and somebody put a knife on my mother in Brooklyn. Said some black Americans don't like Africans. So I guess they didn't like my mother because she had a big accent. So my mother went to go live with her friends on Staten Island, and from there my mother started working as a home attendant. I went to the jail to bring me, and then the immigration arrested me in 2000. Said I came on the wrong visa. I wasn't supposed to come. You know, and so my mother had to suffer alone. That Bolani, even though my mother only had a green card, and that Bolani should be responsible to take care of my mother. You know, that Bolani didn't do nothing to help my mother. You know, so please, she and her sister Flora don't deserve nothing. I have another sister in Nigeria, Funke, that one tried to throw me out of the window as a child. Said she was angry that my father is different from hers. You know, she's older than me. You know, so I don't have any loving family member, and my father was abusive to me. He has families all over the world, so I don't really want to contact them because my father was abusive to me. My father's not there, you know. And even though they told me he's dead, you know, I couldn't find his obituary online, so I don't know what kind of thing is that. And and they never really contacted me after that. They told my mother's daughters to tell me that my father is dead. You know, and I can't find his obituary online. His name is Oladapo. You know, and I can't find his obituary online. You know, I don't even have the money, you know, right now to even investigate nothing. Because the immigration then arrested me. The police arrested me in 2019, stole my green card. I can't even travel anywhere now. Yeah, I had like thousands of dollars in my bag. I was wasting a lot of money on the street. So I was going to use that money to get housing, you know, and soon after that they arrested me and stole the green card, stole the money. I went and locked me up in the psych ward, misdiagnosed me. And they were going to do that today again to me. They locked me up in the psych ward. I said, no, they changed the protocol. You can't just lock me up in the psych ward. You have to bring the nurse to interview me. You know, so they put me in the car and drove me here. I said they're not going to release me because I don't have an ID. So no, so they held me up here. So this is a mess, and they were all laughing. I said, this is human trafficking. This is sex trafficking. I said, you even have the nerve to arrest me today or 14th? You know, they arrested me in the morning. There's a Nigerian church my mother used to go to. The pastor there, Pastor Joshua, said God told them that if people want to be successful, they'll be doing things early in the morning. So they arrested me like 9 a.m. this morning. They always try to arrest me in the morning. My mother's daughter is a kid in the morning also. I guess they won a lot of money after killing my mother, the life insurance policy fraud. So since then, people always attack me early in the morning. Because in that 2015, that TB Joshua, his church is called Synagogue Church of All Nations. I almost stumbled. I'm so hungry, I haven't eaten all day. He said God told him that he said anything you want to do it in the morning, it's going to be successful. You know, so it's like a religious call. They arrested me early in the morning today, and they didn't release me until like 3 p.m. You know, and they put my name wrong. They put my last name as supposed to give me an address in Queens to make it look I'm just a criminal. You know, I'm just the hustler type. You know, swindling everyone. You know, and you know, into surrogacy. They just want to dirty my character, so when I'm eventually killed, you know, anybody suing for fake surrogacy against me, you know, can they say, look, this person was just a double character person, dishonest, yeah, would do stupid stuff, you know, he lied to the police, lied to everyone, you know, give a fake address, give a fake name, you know. So, and I was telling that police, you know, you're charging me to court with a fake name, fake address. I said, doesn't matter. I said, yeah, it matters. It matters on 14 when people have been trying to marry me for fake so they can inherit money from me when I'm dead and create a fake child. You know, claim I authorize them to go and adopt a child. And under the lawyer, the loophole in American law called parentage by estoppel, the court will honor and formal adoption and formalize it, especially if the other person is no longer alive, the non-biological person is no longer alive to contest it, you know, just say in the interest of the child, especially if there's big money involved. And he said that this child shouldn't suffer. There may be a possibility that this person wanted to adopt the child, but couldn't formalize it. And take the other child, they inherit the money. And the parents, the real parents of the child would then get ownership of your estate. They said estate fraud is so common in America. My mother bought a house here in the 1970s and went to Nigeria. When she came back, somebody stole the house from her in Brooklyn. You know, so this was going on. So please donate to my cash app. You know, this is crazy. And FIFA is not safe here in America. They're attacking us Africans. Another African like me, they arrested. They stole his green card. They stole my green card. My mother also, when she was here, homeless in New York, they said they were arrested. They were stealing things from her. Our immigration documents, our Canadian social security card. They were just stealing. So they're robbing us Africans. It's not that they put me up. You know, and they just make you look like crazy. And they were laughing and laughing. You know, as I'm going to inform FIFA, and they bursted out laughing, you know, to arrest me for no reason. And at first they said they wanted to put me in a psych ward, you know, I said, you can't do that. You know, the protocol has changed. You have to have a nurse interview me in the train station. And they put me in the back of the car and brought me in. You know, so I was disordered. I was just in the bathroom and they were just making up lies against me. So I'm a Nigerian. They're arresting us, you know, and just, you know, it's an attempted murder. They were just looking for an excuse to kill me today. And, you know, early in the morning, and hope my mother's going to help me money. You know, I'll share with the American gang and some of this police. So this was going on.